Hey YouTube, I am back and live. Hopefully you guys can see me clearly now. Let me just go live on TikTok. Sorry you guys about the confusion. Welcome to live stream. Welcome YouTube and welcome TikTok. I am excited to be on with you guys tonight. I have an amazing topic for you guys, which has to do with a millionaire mindset. I did this one yesterday or the day before yesterday. Yesterday was Father's Day, which I want to talk about a little bit as well. But welcome to the live broadcast. I want you to type in on YouTube. If you're watching live, type in live. If you are watching the replay, if you can do me a huge favor and type in replay on YouTube. For TikTok, welcome. Thank you so much for jumping on. Today, we're going to be talking about the millionaire mindset number 2, part 2, but we're going to be talking about the best way to make money online in 2024, right? So year after year, it's getting easier and easier to go live. It's getting easier and easier to make money online. And I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. I want to talk about it because there's so many mindsets out there and so many different perceptions of making money online. I want to debunk some of the mindsets, some of the stinking thinking. I want to make it a reality for you guys. My heart, if you haven't seen from being on some of my other lives or by some of the content that I've been already creating, my heart is to literally impact you guys, to give you guys value so that you can make money online, give you guys value so that you guys can be financially free, or whether that looks like maybe making a second income from home, or maybe you're trying to get off the struggle bus and you want to replace that 9-to-5 income. I feel like whenever there's an opportunity in the market where there's a gap and a lot of people don't know how to do it, there's a lot of people talking about doing it, but are they giving you the necessary steps that you actually need to be able to put those steps in action and actually be able to see making money in your bank account, not just mine, not just the people that you see that your favorite YouTubers are on YouTube, or maybe your favorite TikTokers on TikTok, not just watching them make money online, but I want you to be able to have that opportunity as well. And so many times we think that it's way harder than what it is. And the only reason we think that way, the only reason we have that mindset that it's harder than what it is one, because you've never done it before. And anything that you do in the beginning that's new is going to be a little bit harder, right? But if you have somebody that's walking you step by step and actually teaching you how to make money online, or that's teaching you how to create a digital product or create an online business or launch a community, or maybe scale your coaching business or scale your services or scale your product-based business. I had an apparel brand for 3 years. So I'm an expert when it comes to creating, actually having the vision for a product-based business that you're selling online, creating it, putting it into place, making a whole lot of money, losing some money. I think I've been through everything when it comes to product-based businesses. I've been in the industry for 3 years, right? So for me, why I wanted to go to digital products, one is I saw so many people that are being successful doing it. And the way I looked at it is, if so many people are being successful doing it, that means that I don't have to prove it. I don't have to have a concept that is brand new to me, right? And take the risk and the liability of trying to launch it myself, trying to see if the concept that I had was going to be effective and profitable. That is the benefit, one of the biggest benefits of jumping into something that is already proven, right? Especially if you have a blueprint or a step-by-step guide that's going to actually show you how to do it, right? So the topic on tonight, for those of you that are jumping on YouTube, those of you that are jumping on TikTok, the topic for tonight, thank you for jumping on. Heather, Jennifer, Patty, Tina, thank you guys so much for jumping on. If you could put in the chat where you're watching from, And then on YouTube, if you could type in the chat if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, that kind of helps the algorithm, and it kind of lets me know what time of the day is best to go live, because I've been now live probably 8 times. These are brand new channels that I've created. I've been on social media. I've been in the e-learning industry and the product-based industry for 3 years. So I'm not new to making money online, but I am new to digital products and digital marketing and making money online without touching any products, without having any inventory or overhead, with receiving 100% profit. Let me say that again, because for me, when I was in the apparel industry, I make faith-based products, right? So my brand that I had for my apparel company was a faith-based product. As you can see, my hat says "Girl Preach." I believe in inspiring people. I believe in helping them where they're at, whatever situation it is that they're struggling with. Let's talk about getting off the struggle bus, right? Whatever circumstances or situations that they find themselves in, if I can help, I always like to give value and help. My t-shirt says Godfidence. So that's basically having confidence in God and knowing that he's going to come through. I believe each and every one of you have skills that you have not yet to tap into. I believe you have a vision on the inside of you that you have not yet been able to launch, probably because of fear, maybe because of finances not being there, maybe because you just don't have the time, maybe it's because you don't have a coach and you're not confident enough to be able to do it. No matter what it is, there's always an answer. And if you are coachable, if you're trainable, if you have a heart that's positioned to learn and to help and to serve people with ethics, with moral, with creating value, and truly wanting to see the lives change of the people that are placed in your sphere of influence, then I believe that you will be used great and mightily where you are placed, right? So that's my number one goal, is to help you guys in this space that I've created, how to make money online. I like to call myself a Godpreneur, that is an entrepreneur, but Godpreneur, because I give God all the glory, right? So I've launched an apparel brand, been successful in it in the online industry. The reason why I know some of you guys are saying, well, if you are successful in the online industry, why are you switching industries, right? So let's talk about that for a moment. One, with products, if you're thinking about releasing a product, that's great. I encourage you to do so. But let me tell you what the benefits of digital products are versus physical products. So being in the physical product space for the last 3 years, you have a lot of expense when it comes to products. You have a lot of expense when it comes to inventory, when it comes to your overhead, the space that you're renting to hold the products, right? You have a lot of money that you're putting into the business when it comes to paid marketing, paid ad campaigns, paying agencies to run those ads. You have costs when it comes to shipping out the product. It costs money for the postage. It costs money for the packaging. It costs money for the equipment to actually produce a hat like I'm wearing or a t-shirt like I'm wearing. It costs money to produce it. Then it costs money also to pay the people that you're staffing inside your business to make sure your business is running effectively and profitably. So to be honest, on an average scale, no matter how big your business gets, if it's a physical product base, whether you're selling apparel, whether you're selling makeup, whether you're selling just home services, maybe something that you see in your home, like comforters or blankets or sheets or candles, whatever it is, if it's a physical product, you're going to have many expenses that come along with running that business. So on average, you typically see about 30% profit at the end of the day. When everything's said and done, when everything is paid for, at the bottom of your profit and loss statement, when you tick off all of the things that you need to pay for, all of the overhead and all of the expenses, you're going to make about 30% profit if you're running it well. If you're not running it well and you're very new, you're probably going to see about 10 to 20% product until you can get a hold of how to cut some of those costs, right? So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to move from physical products, although I love having faith-based products, and I'll probably still do it a little bit, maybe just for myself so I could rep my faith. But When you go to digital, you get 100% profit. That is absolutely unheard of. And I want you to hear me, because not only are you cutting out all the labor that goes behind producing a product, a physical product, not only are you cutting out all of the time that you are spending to run that business, to run that apparel brand, to run that product based business, but you're cutting out all of the labor costs as well. So everything that you make in the digital marketing space, in the digital product space, in the e-learning industry is 100% profit. What does that mean? That means if I have a customer that says, hey, Stephanie, I want to make money online, but this is my problem. I'm a single mom, so am I. I don't have that much time. I didn't either. I was spending 15 hours a day running my apparel business. That is from the time I wake up in the morning till I lay my head down, not to mention being a single mom. So I also was doing laundry. I was cooking. I was homeschooling. I have a 16-year-old kid who is about to be 17. I say this all the time. It's crazy. They grow up so fast. But when I talk about my kid, I also have a lot in mind. How much time am I spending with my kid? Running a business, an e-commerce business that had physical products, I was spending 15 hours a day producing those products, running the business, shipping out the products, handling customer service, handling emails, handling everything that comes along in the day-to-day business of running an apparel brand. Then I had to go do the homeschool. Then I had to do dinner. Then I had to do laundry. Then I had to make sure the house was clean, not to mention errands, not to mention serving in ministry consistently, not to mention if I ever got a split second to have some me time or to actually hang out with a friend or a family member, right? I wanted to get my time back. I was desperate to create impact. I was desperate to leave a legacy for my kid. I was desperate for a change, but I knew for a fact an entrepreneur's number one biggest nightmare is clocking in to somebody's 9 to 5. I knew I wasn't going to go back and work for somebody. That was definitely a no. No matter what happened, I would be out here grinding and hustling, making a way somehow so that I could still kind of manipulate my schedule, so that I could still kind of have, whatever time it was that I wanted to go on break, or if I wanted to watch something or try to squeeze some time in with my son or a family member or whatever. I didn't want to be held down to a 9 to 5. I didn't care if it was 6 figures. I didn't care if it was high 6 figures. You cannot pay me enough to build somebody else's empire. Why do I say that? Is there anything wrong with having a 9 to 5? Absolutely not. If that's where your bread and butter is, if that's the way that you're providing for your family, I take my hat off to you. I know what it's like to be that one person, the income producing person in the house that needs to make sure that bills are paid. That has always been me. That's been me for the last 16 years of my kids' life. So I know what it's like. But for me, I want to look at the long run. I don't only want to make a decision, a permanent decision in a temporary situation. That means that I'm looking at my kids' future. That means I'm looking at the end goal in mind, the end destination. When you get on a plane, you're not looking at the layovers. You're not looking at where you're flying to get to your destination. When you book that flight, number one, if you can make sure you don't have any layovers, you will pay extra. Why? Because it saves time. We're all in the industry of saving time, whether you want to think about it or actually acknowledge that. Whatever we do in life, if we could save time, we'll pay extra to save time. So when you're booking that flight, you want to make sure that it's nonstop, and you want to know that the destination where you're going, you're actually going to end up there, right? That's the same thing that you want to focus on when you're making money online. What is the end destination? What is the end result that you have in mind? What is the purpose behind why you want to make money online? What is your why? What is the thing that makes you keep going? What is the number one thing in life that drives you to get up to the job that you're currently at? What is the number one thing in life that drives you to make sure you're able to take care of your family, that makes sure that you're able to take care of those babies, that makes sure you're able to provide for you, that you're able to make sure they have a good education, that makes sure you're able to get the skills that you need to be able to do your job effectively, right? We're all looking at these things. So when you're thinking about making either a second income, or if your end result, your why behind making money online is to replace the job that you're at so that you can have your own empire, so you could build a legacy for your kid or your family or yourself, or you're like me. Not only did you want to make a lot of money to make sure that you can help as many people as you can, but you also want to have time with your family. I cannot stress this enough to you that for me, if I could get 10 hours a day back with my kid, you cannot put a tag on that. You cannot put a price on that. To me, that's priceless. It's priceless because when you blink your eyes, your kids are going to be grown and out of the house. And before you know it, what did you put in place so they never have to battle what you battled? So they never have to walk down the path that you walked down. And I'm not talking about just in their character. Yes, that's important, very important. I'm not talking about just in the trials and the tribulations and the situations that you went through, but I'm also talking about finances. What have you put in place for your kids that they'll never have to clock into a 9 to 5? What have you put in place that they will be able to, at 16, 17, 18, be able to come alongside whatever it was that you positioned for them, so that they would know that they're going to be successful, that they don't have to depend on a retirement fund, that they're not going to have to depend on Social Security. Let me tell you a couple stories. My father, yesterday was Father's Day, right? Shout out to all of the fathers that are out there that are taking care of your kids. My dad took care of 4 kids by himself. And I had the privilege and the opportunity to take my dad out yesterday for Father's Day and cover the entire day. He didn't have to take his wallet out once. We didn't care where we were going or what we were doing. Matter of fact, at the end of the night, when we pulled up to the restaurant, it was exactly where he wanted to go, and we tricked him. But he didn't want to be that type of father that, because that place was expensive, to suggest that's where he wanted to go. But I knew where he wanted to go, right? And because I'm able to make money online, because I'm able to make $900 a day as daily pay doing this proven blueprint that I'm talking about right now, I was able to cover the entire day for Father's Day. What would that be like for you if you were able to cover the cost for Father's Day? If you were able to cover the cost for those birthdays in the family? If you were able to, on Christmas Day, have all of the things that were on your kids' wish lists? What would it look like if you wanted to go and just spend 2 weeks and have family time, have those conversations with your kids that you so desperately miss having, spending that time with that spouse, that date night, but because you guys have been so busy working, so busy grinding, so busy hustling and out there trying to make an income, trying to provide for the family, that you guys haven't been able to do that? What would that be like if you were able to do that? I want you to think for a moment, because it's not hard. You see, we overcomplicate so many things in life, and because we are not familiar with the how you're able to make something successful, we check it off as something that will never be obtainable to us. We check it off as something that I wouldn't be good at that. And then we start to replay in our mind all of the reasons why I wouldn't be able to do what this girl is online talking about doing right now. When in actuality, there's a proven blueprint that almost anybody can literally plug into and follow. And if they have the determination, if they're willing to show up 2 hours every single day, if they're willing to be trainable and coachable and just put themselves out there and have faith to believe that it's possible, they will be successful. I can guarantee you that. Why? Because there's an audience of people that I will not be able to connect to. Why? Just because they don't like the way that I talk. Just because they might not look like the way that I look. Just because they might not like the fact that I'm a Christian. Just because they might not like the fact that I'm a single mom. You see, you have something that not anyone in this earth has. You have a skill on the inside of you that you are able to do so well that I might not be able to execute the way that you're able to execute. You have an audience of people that are waiting to hear your voice. There's something on the inside of you that you were created and called for such a time as this, in this time, in this dispensation, right here and right now, where you can create impact for the people that are around you. You just don't know how to tap into it yet. I can guarantee you that because I've seen it time and time again. I've coached people, I've mentored people, I've spoken into people's lives. And when they get around me and they actually sit down with me and they're like, wow, I never looked at it like that. I never even looked at myself that I would be able to do that. But thank you for pulling out of me what I didn't even know was on the inside. You see, sometimes we need to take inventory on ourselves. Sometimes we need to hold ourselves accountable and say, you know why I'm on the struggle bus? You know why it feels like I take 2 steps forward and 12 steps back? It's because I need to hold myself accountable. I need to hold myself accountable that I'm doing the same thing that I've always done, which is literally the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So my question is, what are you willing to change to see a difference, not only in your finances, but in the lives of your kids? What change are you willing to make to get your time back? What change are you willing to make to get that peace back again, to get that joy back again, to start fulfilling purpose and fill that void that you know that you're called to do and be something greater than what you're currently doing? For me, I was tired of making my boss rich. You know why? Because so many times in life, I felt like I was more sold out for the vision of the company than they were themselves. Sometimes in ministry, you guys, you want to know my absolute heart is I love God with all of my heart and I serve him every day of my life because I know without him, I wouldn't be successful. Without him, I wouldn't have breath in my lungs. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm here to do. So when I go to church and serve, sometimes, you guys, I feel like I'm put in positions where the leader doesn't even care about the vision as much as I do. I've been put in positions in corporate, you guys, where I felt like I was sold out for the vision of that corporate house, of that corporate job, more than the CEO was. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt like you're laboring on the job and doing more than everybody else's? That your passion is there more than even the CEO or the executive that it is that you're serving under? Sometimes I feel that way. You know why? Because I challenge myself that in everything that I do, one, make sure I'm coming with a pure heart at my job facility, in ministry, when I show up for my kid, when I show up to give people advice, when I show up to coach people. I put all of everything that I've ever dealt with to the side. I ask God to give me a clean heart, a pure heart, and to give me new revelation for that moment, to give me foresight, to give me insight, to give me wisdom, to give me knowledge, to be able to execute with the spirit of excellency. So everything you do in life, I challenge you, show up with the spirit of excellency. If you're a stay-at-home mama, raise those babies with the spirit of excellency. Pour into those babies that you're going to be great. Pour into those babies that you'll never have to clock into a 9 to 5. Pour into those babies that maybe they'll be the next president. Maybe they'll be the next lawyer if that's what they want to do. They'll be the one to start that business. They'll be the one to start that law firm. They'll be be the one to be the next CEO. Don't ever put limitations on yourself. Don't ever put limitations on your kids, no matter what the teachers are telling them, no matter what your friends are telling you, no matter what your spouse is telling you. I need you to get a mindset that is undefeatable. I want you to believe the impossible and expect the unimpossible. What does that mean? That means that no matter what comes my way, I'm going to find a way to overcome it. Do I want to make money online? Do I want to only work 2 hours a day? Do I want to be a part of a community that is literally booming, that we have 23,000 people in our community right now that is banging, making money online and helping families do the same? Since I left that apparel business, I've slowly started selling everything off, you guys. And I have put my blood, my sweat, and my tears into that business because I do everything with excellency. And I absolutely loved every moment of it. I loved all of my wins. I loved all of my losses. I loved the journey. I didn't love working 15 hours a day, but there were so many lessons and key principles that I learned in having an online business. That's why I'm able to show up for you today, because I know that there's something inside of you that doesn't forever, for the rest of your life, want to give somebody else all the time in your day. I know deep down inside of you, if you had a proven blueprint that you could follow and you were confident enough to know that you would be successful doing it, that you would have no hesitation at all than to make the one-time investment into the program. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. You know why? Because I believe in you. Because I believe that there's something that you have to offer the world that not everybody else has. You guys, give me 1 second. I normally would not do this, but it's my kid. Chance, I am on live. Text me. I love you. I'll talk to you later. So that's the lovely opportunity you get as being a single mama, right? He's out, he has the car, he's driving by himself, he's 16 years old. So I need to make sure that he's safe, right? And he called me while I was on live. But that's me showing up, right? Showing up for my kid and showing up for you guys as well. So I want you to stop putting limitations on yourself. I want you to know that if I could do it, I am a single mama. There's nothing special about me other than I have faith to believe that whatever I put my hand to is going to succeed. And if you don't have faith enough, I have enough faith for the both of us. All you have to do is pull the trigger. All you have to do is have a clear vision, write some goals out. The mind to have a millionaire mindset is that you write a vision and you set goals with the end goal in mind, the end destination in mind. That's the number one thing that it takes to have a millionaire mindset, right? Because if you see the vision, literally, you can actually see it. If you close your eyes and you see that house that you've always wanted, you see that car that you've always wanted. You see the lifestyle of not struggling and getting off of the struggle bus, being able to impact lives everywhere you go, being able to, when you walk into a grocery store and the groceries are skyrocketed, like right now in society that we're living in right now, believe it or not, some single mamas don't have the money to pay for groceries. What would it be like? I want you to envision walking into a grocery store and that single mama having $200 worth of groceries and she's trying to swipe that card, but because she overextended herself on rent, on insurance, on utilities, on car notes, on clothes, on gas, on daycare bills, on all of these other things, that card didn't go through. What would it look like if you would walk up to her and say, "It's okay. God told me to do this. It's okay. My heart wants to bless you right now. I want to be the blessing that you don't have in this moment." And you swipe your card and you're able to send her on her way with a new hope that there's people in this world that actually still care. What would it be like if your kid was to turn 16 years old and you were able to pay for that car, that first time car? What would it look like if you were to want to go on vacation and it didn't matter where you wanted to go? You wanted to go to the Bahamas, you wanted to go to Jamaica, you wanted to go to South Africa, you wanted to go to Egypt, you wanted to go to Dubai, you wanted to go to all of these places, Costa Rica, and all of these beautiful places. But because finances are an issue, you keep pushing it off and just dreaming. Keep dreaming, baby. Keep dreaming, because no matter what it is that you want, I don't want you to ever stop dreaming. Because if you're dreaming, that means that you're still in a good place, because you can see it. You just don't have the resources to be able to do it yet. What if me being on this live with you today was the very answer that you needed to be able to plug into a blueprint that we have that literally gives you the opportunity to make $900 daily pay? What if the blueprint that I have plugged into, and I've only been in the position or the company a couple weeks, but I believe in it so much because I've seen behind in the community people making six figures in 6 months, people making seven figures in less than 2 years, the self-made millionaire that literally coaches us for free. Where do you get a self-made millionaire? Heck, where do you know a millionaire? And if you do know a millionaire in real life, is that millionaire willing and have the time to be able to coach you and train you and show you how she did it so you can do it too? Where do you find that these days? We have a program that is literally written out step by step, how to profit in 7 days, how to make 30K in 90 days, literally a step by step process. Then you have 23,000 people that are all on fire to help one another win, that are all on fire doing the same program, making it a goal. How many families can I impact this week? Since I've been in the program 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks. The first week I went through the course, I learned all of the high income earning skills that I needed to run an online business effectively and profitably. I learned how to make my business run with automations. What does that mean? That means that when my business is running on automations, when I'm sleeping at night, it's still working for me. That means that that business is teaching me how to create digital real estate. What does that mean? That means that my content that I'm releasing is going to work for me day in and day out. And the more content that I create, the more lives that I impact, the more families that I'm able to help succeed, the more people that I'm able to help get off the struggle bus, the more digital real estate they're going to push through the algorithm. My number one goal in life is to help people. How can I help you succeed? I want you to write in the chat, what is holding you back? Is it finances? We have payment plans. We have different levels that you could come in on. You could come in at $100 and level up if you want later on. You could come in at our $300 program, our $600 program, or the highest program that we have at $900, which gives you 4 streams of income immediately. You don't even have to have a product. As soon as you get into the program, you get 4 streams of income. As soon as you get into the program, you get an online website, an online business delivered to you on a silver platter that's 99% of the way done. You only have to plug in your domain name. You only have to plug in your story. You only have to plug in what your website name is going to be. It's already done for you and it's proven. People are crushing it. Within my first week, I've already of being up and running, right? It took about, I would say, a week to get through the program enough to where I was confident that I can help some people, to where I was confident that I had enough knowledge in the high income earning activities and skills to be able to effectively promote what it is that I'm doing and to help people to get where they need to be. I've already been able to help 3 families in a 1 week. That's $2,700 that I've been able to generate for my family within 1 week. But you know what the biggest thing is out of all of that? I've changed 3 lives within my first week of being in the program. What would it be like? And I'm about ready to change 4. There's one more person that's getting ready to come on that's super dear to my heart. I actually know this person. And they've watched me, they've watched the community, they've watched the excitement, they've watched all of the people helping one another. And they said, there's nothing like it out there. I know. That's why I'm walking away from my business that I've had for the last 3 years that made me $750,000 in my first year in business. You heard that right. My first year in business in my apparel company, I have been able to generate $750,000 in sales. But because I don't only want 30% profit, because I don't want to have to work 15 hours a day, my kids' time, my family's time is worth more to me than $1 million, is worth more to me than multi-million dollars. So what could I do to not only get my time back, but to also leave a legacy for my kid that they wouldn't have to walk into an apparel brand, that I would be able to leave to them as an inheritance, but then they would have to work 15 hours a day. The devil is a liar. There's no way on earth that I'm going to set my son up to have to clock in to my business to then be his business 15 hours a day and slave away just to be successful. There's better ways to be successful. We make making money online too hard because of our limited thinking. I prayed for an opportunity like this. And then it came across my feed. And I said to myself, I've been crazy enough to believe so many things in my life. Why would I not bet on me? Why would I not take this opportunity when it only takes one life that I would change to get my investment back? And then everything after that is profit. Every single thing after that is profit. You mean there's no monthly fees? Nope. You mean I don't have to pay for my online business that it's already done for me and I don't have to pay for it? Nope. You mean I don't have to pay for the email sequences that are already built for me, the funnel that's already built for me? I don't have to pay for that. I don't have to create that. Nope. I don't have to pay for free coaching from from a self-made millionaire. Nope. I don't have to pay to learn how to market. I don't have to pay for paid ads. What? Do you know how many tens of thousands of dollars that I have dumped into social media marketing, into paid ads on Facebook, into paid ads on Instagram? Tens of thousands of dollars I have lost in paid advertising when this program literally, you guys, teaches you all of the skills to be able to do organic marketing. It's called attraction marketing. You know why I love attraction marketing? Because it attracts the exact customers and the exact families that I want to impact. And I never have to get on the phone with them. I never have to come off salesy. I never have to feel like I'm being scamish or sleazy. I never have to feel like I'm trying to sell a pyramid scheme or an affiliate marketing program. All I have to do is impact people. All I have to do is show them how this can work for them and they can make an educated decision on would this be the best program for them. You guys, it's so important that we believe in ourselves. Don't believe the people you see online. What you can believe is believe in yourself. Believe that if there is a step-by-step guide to how all of these people are making money online, if I could read, if I could open my mouth and talk, if I can learn all of the skills that are taught to me inside the program, and I'm willing to be teachable, I'm willing to be coachable, heck, if there's 70-year-old people that are in the program, retired, 70 years old, all the way down to 16 and 17-year-olds in the program, why can't I do it? I need you guys to catch this. People that are successful in life, they catch when a vision is placed before them. They catch when an opportunity is placed before them. When I came across this program, I did anything and everything I needed to do to get into the program ASAP because I knew I wanted to replace working 15 hours a day. I knew I wanted to generate $900 daily working from home and being able to spend time with my kid. I knew I wanted my life back. So I want you to write ready in the comments if you're ready for a change, if you're ready to get off the struggle bus. I want you to write ready in the comments if you believe that you can do it yourself. I want you to click the link in my bio. I want you to put your email in, then I'll take you to watch a short video and I'll send you the free blueprint on how we're making money online. You can look over all the details for yourself. You could pray about it. You could think about it. But one thing I will say, don't let so much time pass you by when you can already get started and start making an income from home that will then replace what you're currently doing. And before you know it, that small goal that you had to just replace the income that you're making will literally wipe it away and be tripled and quadrupled because you are willing to show up, because you are willing to follow a step-by-step guide. Thank you so much for joining me on tonight, you guys. My name is Stephanie. The name of my website is godpreneuruniversity.com. Not entrepreneur, but godpreneuruniversity.com. You can click the link in my bio. You can write ready in the comments to get started or to get more information. But I pray you guys had an amazing day with family yesterday. I pray that something that I said on today's live was impactful. I pray that something that I said on today's live helped you. I pray that you believe in yourself. I pray that you understand how simple it is. And until tomorrow, you guys have an amazing rest of the night. Talk to you later. Have a good night, YouTube. Remember, write live if you're watching live and write replay if you're watching the replay. If you have any questions, you can always comment in the comments and I'll get back to you, or click the link that's in the description. Talk to you later.